of a deranged gunman rocked the nation after they opened fire on a Catholic school in Minneapolis, slaughtering 2 children and injuring at least 17 others on August 27th. Robin Westman opened fire through the stained glass windows of a church at the Annunciation Catholic School before committing suicide. But who was Robin Westman? Here's what we know so far. 23-year-old Robin Westman, formerly Robert Westman, has been identified as a transgender woman from Minnesota. Westman applied to change names from Robert to Robin in Dakota County at 17 years old, according to court documents. The name change was granted in January 2020. The petition added that Westman, quote, identifies as a female and wants her name to reflect that identification. Just hours before the cowardly massacre, Westman posted a series of twisted videos on YouTube, which included a manifesto, Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hare confirmed at a press conference. In one 20-minute video, Westman flips through a disturbing handwritten manifesto. In the deranged writings, it states that Westman had been suicidal for several years, but wanted to take others out too. Westman goes on to gleefully fantasize about, quote, being that scary, horrible monster standing over those powerless kids, and overtly confesses admiration for the 2012 Sandy Hook massacre, as well as other mass shootings. Each page is filled with unintelligible handwritten doggerel, as well as writings in Cyrillic, which include violent ramblings such as, quote, I have had thoughts about mass murder for a long time. I am very conflicted with writing this journal. The text, translated by the Post, reads in part. The writings also go into great detail about his decision to target Annunciation, where Westman's mother, Mary Grace Westman, worked until her 2021 retirement, according to a Facebook post by the church. Quote, maybe I could attack an event at the on-site church, which was ominously scribbled. Quote, I think attacking a large group of kids coming in from recess is my best plan. Then from there, I can go inside and kill, going for as long as I can. Westman's journal also contained copious amounts of anti-Semitic bile. Quote, if I will carry out a racially motivated attack, it would be most likely against filthy Zionist Jews. Another video posted to YouTube in the hours before the massacre showed a cache of weapons, including a semi-automatic rifle and a shotgun. Ammunition magazines were scrawled with, quote, for the children, kill Donald Trump, and 6 million wasn't enough, a reference to the number of Jewish Holocaust victims. While the deranged writings fantasize about assassinating President Trump and Jews, they also revealed a motive, that killing, quote, children of innocent civilians would bring, quote, the most joy. Westman, who died at the scene of a self-inflicted gunshot wound, was armed with a rifle, a shotgun, and a handgun.
All right, hey, welcome back to Everyday News, y'all. All right, y'all source for everyday news, the best news, you know what I'm saying, that's shaking the world, shaking America right now. So, yeah, so I wanted to touch on this. I touched on it the other day when the story first broke, but now we know more details about this guy. So, this is the thing, and this is why all these school shootings is happening. First, like I said, like I elaborated on my last video, y'all, the government took God out the schools and the devil replaced them, right? Because there was no school shootings in early 2000 and before then, right? Not one. You'll be hard pressed to find one school shooting before the year 2000, right? Okay, so look, you've been lying to these kids all their life, and been lying to me all my life. In church, they don't even read the Bible. It's all about money usually in most of these churches. They're really cults, right? Santa Claus, Jesus wasn't born on Christmas in the dead middle of winter. Santa Claus fat ass is not coming down your chimney. Easter bunnies do not lay eggs. Thanksgiving, just lies on top of lies on top of lies. Like our whole lives was based upon lies, bro. And y'all wondering why these kids is confused. You telling them it's more than two genders now, Levitical, LGBT, and I'm not, I don't hate gays or nothing like that, but there's male and there's female, and you see, with all these lies, these kids is growing up with all these lies. How the fuck, and then when they get old enough to realize, damn, my parents and the schools and The church has been lying to us all our fucking lives, and they don't know how to handle it. And they say like, "What's the fucking meaning? Nobody can be real no more." At these jobs, you gotta act like you like everybody. At these schools and everywhere you go, you have to, you know, act like nothing is wrong. You can't wear your feelings on your sleeve, or you can't even talk about your feelings. And if you do tell the truth, you're outcasted. You're labeled as weird. You're labeled as an outcast, especially in these schools. You know, these damn kids is unforgiving. You know what I'm saying? And they'll bully you. So come on, man. You don't, you know, when people start speaking the truth and they're labeled as an outcast, a mentally ill person, or a person that isn't strong mentally, a snap on your ass. You understand? Thanksgiving. Look at Thanksgiving. The slaughter of the Native Americans is what they were celebrating. The slaughter of killing millions and millions of people. Come on now. So, that shit, you crazy if you don't think that shit plays a part. You've been lying to us all our goddamn life. And when we grow up, we don't know which way is up and which way is down. You understand? And you don't think that's going to affect the child with an undeveloped brain? Scientists say the average person brain is not fully developed until they're 25 years old. Y'all been lying, letting the government lie to these kids, and you know what I'm saying, for all these damn years, man. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on, and now you seeing the fruits. Now you seeing now the rooster is coming home to roost. And that's what it is, man. But tell me what y'all think about this. And now I'm not saying that it's right. I would never justify killing innocent people and mass killings and none of that. But that's what's happening, man. And this is the reason why. You took God out the schools. These kids don't know God. All these little girls know is begging men for money and getting ran through, and all these little boys know is simping, and and being weak behind cats, being weak behind vagina. You understand? And then when they get their heart broken, they don't. That most people is being raised in single mother households, especially in the black community. Single mother households, women can't uh, raise a boy. They don't. They not men. They not males. They don't know the first thing about raising a boy, a little boy. You understand? So yeah, this shit, it comes to a head, man. But hey, y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Think about this video, and think about how I think, and is this the reason why it's so many mass shootings? All right, come back at y'all more videos.